girls' school.
All girls' school, they say.
So when you was going to school as a young lady at elementary and middle school, was it like racial tension in your area?
Like what?
Racial tension and racial violence going on with you?
You know, it was the race war.
Okay, tell me about
That was when I was on Russell, on Lee Place, though. We didn't have any racial tension at that time.
When you was a little girl?
Because it was mixed neighborhoods.
Okay. And they didn't fight with each other and stuff?
Not that I knew of. Okay. It was mixed all down the street on Russell and Owen and Westminster. Okay. But that started when I was in high school.
The racial tensions?
The racial tension. That's when all the white moved out of the neighborhood. When after that happened, the biggest of the white people moved out.
You talking about the racial riots in the 40s?
Riot. When the riot was, when they tore up their stores, and that's why we used to have a Flowshine shoe store on in Oakland. Mm-hmm. Boswell was on Oakland. Uh-huh. You had mixed places. Mm-hmm. But once the race ride come through, all that, the white people moved out and didn't come back.
The white people did, you said?
Yeah, moved out.
Was the whites the ones that was doing the fighting, though, right?
Well, it was...
Hello? When you was in high school?
Well, my dad got us out of Northern.
He came and got y'all out of Northern?
Yeah, we come out of...
What was those riots about? Like, what caused them to start?
Well, Northern was mostly white.
Right.
Because all the kids...
What's the material?
West of Woodwood went to Northern, like we east of Woodwood went to Northern. So when that race ride was...
And this was like in the 1940s, the one you're talking about, where they had a mixed ride in Northern?
Because I got married
when? I don't know when
you got married. It was in the... I graduated from high school when, 47?
Okay.
46. It's been
a minute. Yeah. And you still here. That's why I'm trying to get this information. So I think the race riots you're talking about is when a black person was accused of doing something to a white woman at Belle Isle or something?
Yeah.
Okay. So what was the story? Or was that pretty much it?
Well, I really don't.
Not right offhand, but look, I'm at my mother's.
Really?
And I'm wondering, should I just
know.
swing by there tomorrow before I go to class?
Do you know if it was true or not?
I got class.
I don't believe it. Something happened in
Belle Isle like kind of early.
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm asking you because you lived through it.
Well, my dad come got us.
Okay.
Out of Northern. Me and Annie Ruth.
Okay, for sure.
Mm-hmm. So, what grade were you? Not what grade. What was your dad like? What was your father like? Yeah.
He was well, what can I tell you?
Was he a nice man? Was he mean? Was he tall?
Oh, he was all business. But see, when he got old enough to work in the field in them days, he come out of school and worked. Well, during my days, it didn't.
Right.
You know.
Right.
We went to school till we finished.
Okay now?
But when Daddy then went to school, I don't believe he went.
You don't think he went to school at all?
I believe when he got big enough, he could work the field, and they let him work in the field, picking cotton and planting, I guess.
And he came up here before you was born, right?
Uh-huh.
What led him to getting up here?
I had two brothers born down there.
Okay.
My oldest brother and Dale.
Okay. And what led y'all to, or him to migrate up here to come to
No jobs down there. Okay. Only working in the field. He come up here and got a job in Chevrolet.
Okay.
Was your oldest brother's name Henry?
Yeah. He was riding on the back of a milk truck in Hamtramck and fell, and they backed up on him.
What is that? Santa Claus?
So that's how he died. He was about 7 or 8.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. So,
Yeah.
your father, did he have issues with the people in Thompson, Georgia, that you could remember or
No,
heard of?
not that he said about.
Okay. So, that isn't really a substantiated thing that
He came up here after
because he had,
altercation. I had
You
heard
talking
that
about
before.
and me then,
What happened?
when she hollered at a white man.
Oh, so this was your auntie that got
Yeah,
into
that's
altercation.
mama's side.
That's your
Yeah,
mother's side.
Yeah.
Okay. So
They
what
was
happened?
they on the weekend on Saturday,
Bless you.
they come to town.
Mhm.
And they all was living in Detroit and New York. And me lived in New York.
Mhm.
And say, this white man kept picking at them.
Mhm.
So they tried to ignore him.
Mhm.
And then he said, where these big fat yellow women's come from?
Mhm.
You know, they was real fair.
Light skin, yeah.
And so when he said that, and me, none of your goddamn business.
Mm.
And said, that was it. Said the man got mad, and they called, somebody went out and got her daddy.
Uh-huh.
And her daddy come back and said, come on, you leaving tonight.
Mm.
And they went back out in the country and got their clothes.
Oh,
and
this was
bags.
down in Thompson.
Yeah, that was in Thompson.
Right.
And he took them to another little town, and they took the train back to New York.
So this was Jasper? Burbank?
Jasper Burgundy.
See, I thought that your father's brother had got assaulted by some white dudes, and then him and his brothers retaliated on them. But that's not true.
I don't know. No.
I heard that story.
Yeah, I thought you told me that story.
Yeah, well,
So,
I don't
Little
know.
D,
Yeah.
so, Ma, do
I
you remember Boss?
Boss used to tell me.
Now, how did Boss get up here? Because I
Boss,
thought him and
yeah,
Granddaddy came up together.
together, yeah. Well, I can't tell it straight. They all,
Mhm.
but something happened and they left.
Boss is your uncle?
No, Boss married Daddy's sister,
Okay. Okay.
and he was
That was his brother-in-law.
Miss Shank. You know Miss Shank.
Yeah, I remember the name.
That was her half brother.
Okay.
It's so mixed up.
So Boss was your father's brother-in-law?
Yeah,
Okay.
and friend. They
Oh, they was friends.
no. Well, they've been knowing each other all their life.
Was either one of them ever on the chain gang?
Junior, you reckon? But he know more than I do.
Okay.
No, I'm asking. Because I heard that they were,
They on chain gang for years.
and then caught a train up here.
So you say ask Uncle Ricky
Uh,
and my daddy.
oh,
Okay.
that Ricky.
You say don't ask Uncle Ricky.
Oh yeah.
No,
Oh,
he knows some. Vernon goes for his
Daddy
story.
used to tell him all, but it was a lot went on. And when men's got grown enough, they always would leave.
Okay.
The South anyway.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying.
Uncle Dale didn't stick around down
Right.
there.
No, Dale was little when he left.
What was Uncle Dale like as a big brother for you?
Oh, Dale was the best big brother. He was good. He did papers. He come home. And he don't have. He come home and cook French fries on top of the coal stove. You know, you didn't have furnaces in the wintertime. Summertime, you take them coal stoves and put them in the basement, put them somewhere, and you, for the whole summer, you wouldn't have it. But Dale used to, he was a paper boy. And when he come home, we'd be waiting. He'd French fries, potatoes, or either take a whole loaf of bread and toast it. When we got a stove, he toast a whole loaf. Well, there was 6 of us. And we just sat there and wait. He was a good big brother.
Right.
Now, Charlie, well,
Tell me, go ahead and say it, Granny.
Charlie was good, but Dale was the oldest.
Okay.
And, well, I guess he was more of a protective type of person.
Speak of the
You
devil.
met him.
Barney.
Right.
Barney.
Who?
Hold on, let me put you